Hey, what's up guys? It is me, Chachionics. I am here with another video. This video we're going to be discussing UFC Fight Night, Volkov versus Aspinall, whatever number Fight Night this is. Again, should have looked into that before I hit record, but it's the headliner that matters. It's a heavyweight bout between number 6 ranked heavyweight Alexander Volkov versus number 11th ranked Tom Aspinall. I have already, last video was kind of long, and I'm going to say this video shouldn't be long, but it probably will. But we'll see what happens. Last week, I did pretty decent. I went 8-6, like I said, and I got the main event right, which was awesome. It wasn't the most electrifying main event last week. Discussing that event a little bit before I discuss this week. Before I discuss Volkov versus Aspinall. So last week was Takashi Sato versus Ankalaev. And as predicted, Thiago Santos, very gun-shy, not the explosive guy that he was before he fought John Jones. So, and Ankalaev, I mean, he didn't do too much. I mean, I feel like there were moments in that fight where he could have finished the fight. He had Thiago hurt, I think, on multiple occasions, especially in the first round, and he didn't capitalize on that. And then even he himself got clipped a little bit, and Thiago didn't do too much with that. Thiago, I think, for the first 30 seconds of the fourth round, started out pretty explosive. And then, yeah, but I went 8-6, got the main event right, which I'm happy about. I have... should be utilizing it more. I have 2 monitors. I've been using one because I kind of want to keep the straight look instead of deviating. But I got a second monitor here. Got my main right here. So yeah, I went 8-6. I started 4-6, and I got the last 4 fights correct, which I'm pretty happy about. So, and it was pretty funny. I realized that my record when I was watching the fights downstairs was like 5-1. Pretty awesome. And then when I switched it to watching up here in my room, you know, headphones, whatever, I did okay. But not saying that played a key. Who knows? I don't know, but it definitely played a part. So talking about this event and talking about that is making this video longer. So Tom Aspinall versus Alexander Volkov. There are 12 fights for tomorrow, and there are 6 fights on the prelims and 6 fights on the main card. These fights are in the UK, so these fights are happening earlier than usual. So we got the prelims beginning at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the main card is going to begin at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They will be on ESPN+. I haven't really mentioned what platform they're on, I think, for the previous few weeks. But this will be on ESPN+. If you have ESPN+, you can check it out. Also, comment down below who you guys think are going to win if you know these fighters or if you agree or disagree with me. So let's just jump into it. Let's do the overview and then let's make the picks. So in the flyweight bout at 125 pounds, we have Muhammad Mokaev versus Cody Durden. A women's strawweight bout at 115 pounds, we have Corey McKenna versus Elise Reed. A bantamweight bout at 135 pounds, Jack Shore versus Timur Valiev. A light heavyweight bout at 205 pounds, Nikita Krylov versus Paul Craig. A heavyweight bout at the heavyweight maximum of 266. We have Shamil Abdurrahimov versus Sergey Pavlovich. A featherweight bout at 145 pounds, Mike Grundy versus Makwan Amirkhani. And then we move, the Grundy Amirkhani fight is the feature for the prelims. And then we move to the main card. We have a lightweight bout at 155 pounds. Jai Herbert versus Ilya Tapudia. We have a women's flyweight bout at 125 pounds. Molly McCann versus Luana Carolina. We have a welterweight bout at 170 pounds. Gunnar Nelson versus Takashi Sato. A lightweight bout at 155 pounds. Patty Pimblett versus Kazula Vargas. A featherweight bout at 145 pounds. Arnold Allen versus Dan Hooker. And then the heavyweight bout, which is the main event of the evening, or the afternoon in this case, I guess. I don't know. Alexander Volkov versus Tom Aspinall. So I already have my picks on my notes on my phone, which I can access on my computer. So there were some fights which I'm listing that I changed. So I had been looking at these fights earlier in the week, just to be more prepared to make this video today, which is Friday, March 18th. It's 8:22 p.m. and the fights are tomorrow, March 19th. So there were 3 fights that I changed, and I will live and die by the sword. I will go out on my own shield. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. We'll see what happens. I made some changes. So let's start with the prelims. I have Muhammad Mokaev over Cody Durden. I have Corey McKenna over Elise Reed. I have Timur Valiev over Jack Shore. I have Paul Craig over Nikita Krylov. I have Sergey Pavlovich over Shamil Abdurrahimov. I have Mike Grundy over Makwan Amirkhani. I got Ilya Tapudia over Jai Herbert. I got Luana Carolina over Molly McCann. I got Gunnar Nelson over Takashi Sato. I got Paddy Pimblett over Kazula Vargas. I got Arnold Allen over Dan Hooker. And in the main event, I got Tom Aspinall over Alexander Volkov. So since there are 12 fights, right, of course, if I can get 10 wins, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I want to go at least 6-6 or have a winning record of 7-5. If I can get 10 wins, that'd be fantastic. But if I can go 6-6, be 7-5, and get the main event right, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. So I will tell you the fights that I changed. I initially picked Jack Shore, and I changed it to Timur Valiev. Jack Shore is undefeated, but Timur Valiev has is on a lengthy win streak himself, and that one's tough. Timur Valiev is 18-2. Jack Shore is 15-0. So it's crazy. I don't know. That one was a very tough one for me to pick. But I think Timur Valiev will have enough to give Jack Shore his first loss. The second change I made was I initially picked Makwan Amirkhani over Mike Grundy, but I think Grundy is going to use his wrestling to his advantage, and I think he'll beat Makwan Amirkhani. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Both of these guys are on... Makwan Amirkhani has lost like 4 of his last 5, and Grundy has lost his last 2. So it's like, who do you pick? Like, both of them have been losing more recently, especially Makwan. I don't know. That one was a tough one for me to pick. That one's a pick-em for me. I'm picking Grundy for that one. I know for sure that the Jack Shore Timur Valiev is a pick-em. It's -105 for Shore, -115 for Timur. So that's like a pick-em fight, you know. And then the third fight that I changed was I initially picked Takashi Sato over Gunnar Nelson. But then I saw that Takashi Sato, of his 4 losses, he's been submitted 3 times. And Gunnar Nelson is a submission specialist. So, and Gunnar Nelson doesn't get TKO'd. I mean, the last time he got TKO'd was back in 2017. Granted, he hasn't fought in like 2 or 3 years. But the last time he got KO'd was against Santiago Ponzinibbio in a main event back in 2017. So, I don't think Takashi Sato is going to have that power to put him away. And even he got hurt against Leon. I didn't watch his fight against Gilbert Burns. I don't remember that fight. Don't know if I watched it. But he didn't get finished in his last 2 fights. Of course, he lost by split decision against Leon Edwards. That should have been a unanimous decision loss. But I don't know. So I picked Gunnar Nelson for that reason, that Takashi Sato vulnerable to submissions. So both of Takashi Sato himself hasn't fought in like 2 years. So it's Gunnar in 2019, September 2019, Takashi I think November 2020. Let me confirm this. I don't want to just spew. I just went back for no reason. Okay. So yeah, Takashi Sato. Let's start with Gunnar. Gunnar hasn't fought since September 28th, 2019 against Gilbert Burns. And then Takashi Sato hasn't fought since November 28th, 2020. Like I said, his last fight was against Miguel Baeza, and he lost by submission. So, yeah, I don't know. It's I don't like Takashi's chances. against a submission specialist. He has 11 knockouts, which is insane. So there is that possibility that he could TKO Gunnar Nelson, and I just Gunnar's durable. He's very durable. He's only been KO'd once in his career, and again, that was against Ponzinibbio, and his other 4 losses are by decision. So, yeah, should be interesting to see what happens. Regardless, should be a fun one. I will dissect the Aspinall fight a little bit. I've seen both guys. Volkov can be very tentative at times. I mean, he's got a height advantage and he's got a reach advantage that I have seen him use in the past. That he's utilized beautifully in the past. Something that we never saw from another tall guy. Who did he fight? I'm trying to remember who he fought. It was what's his name? I know Volkov fought him back in like 2017. This guy was very awkward. Stefan Struve. Stefan Struve is his name. I'm just not that I just remembered. I just saw it right now. Back in 2017. He doesn't have that awkward style like Stefan Struve. He can be very precise and very good, but I don't know. He beat Greg Hardy by decision. I mean, I don't know. I think Tom Aspinall, even though he's a young prospect and doesn't have that much experience like Volkov, I mean, I think Tom Aspinall's got it. I think he's got it, and I think he's gonna win by knockout. I think not by knockout. I will say it here. I believe Tom Aspinall is going to finish Alexander Volkov. By what way? By knockout, submission? I have no idea. But I'll say it here, and I will go out on my own shield about this. Tom Aspinall will finish Alexander Volkov inside the distance. Obviously inside the distance. I mean, you're not going to get a finish outside the distance. Like, oh, come on. So, yes, going to get a finish outside of the 5-rounder. Got it. I think he's going to do it. So he's at 9 KOs, 2 submissions. He's been submitted once. I mean, I don't think Volkov is going to submit Tom Aspinall. So, yeah. Should be a fun one, though. Should be a fun one. I got eyes on Paddy Pimblett, Tapudia, Arnold Allen, Paul Craig, Muhammad Mokaev. So this, I'm excited. I'm very excited. This card's got a lot of great talent. I'm very happy to see Gunnar Nelson back. So the overview, here are the fighters that I picked in the prelims: Muhammad Mokaev, Corey McKenna, Timur Valiev, Paul Craig, Sergey Pavlovich, and Mike Grundy. And then on the main card, I got Ilya Tapudia, Luana Carolina, Gunnar Nelson, Paddy Pimblett, Arnold Allen, and Tom Aspinall. I'm looking to go 6-6 or 7-5, including getting the main event correct. And if I can get 10 wins, though, that would be absolutely fantastic. But we'll see what happens. So I have the minimum. I hope to reach it. So those are my predictions for tomorrow's fights. I'm going to let this drag on till 14 minutes. So you're going to basically, I'm kind of just lollygagging basically to get to at least 14 minutes. So again, tomorrow's fight should be fun. And we'll see what happens. So comment down below who you guys think is going to win, whether you agree or disagree with me. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Bye.